hopefully everything is working and sounds good stuff. Welcome to the Community Showcase for February 2020, for some year in the existence of humanity, featuring Isla.
Hi.
How's it going, chat? For those of you new to the Community Showcase, this is part of our $10 or up tier, our Community Showcase tier. Our wonderful community members send us text submissions, photos and artwork, audio, like music stuff they've created, or just any kind of like audio sound design stuff they want to do, and video submissions. And that's the order we go through them as well. Anything else I'm forgetting? There were a good amount of submissions this month.
Oh, nice.
I think there was less text submissions and more of everything else this month, so it was like a little bit of a flip, which is interesting.
I bought it. I didn't
What is
make
that?
Black Lives Matter.
Oh, nice.
I bought it.
I should just like look there and
Yeah,
see.
yeah.
All right.
From the website itself.
I feel like I'm forgetting something. Oh, yes. I will add it. The post with all these submissions should be going public shortly. So for those of you who want to see, who are not part of the $10 up tier, you could like see a Google spreadsheet that has all of the submissions there. Most of the submissions there. Some, not all of them are there. I will, before I forget, sorry, don't mean to single out anyone, but next month I will include a reminder, no more PDF submissions.
No PDFs!
Screen capturing is,
It makes Damiani very nervous.
Well, having to load in I already load in video files to this, so this program doesn't like screen capturing on top of like anything normal, like doing normal stuff. But it looks like it's working fine. But yeah, try and stick to the.
Though if
the
that's
formats.
what the PDF is, I can see it on the other monitor.
Yeah.
I used to tell them to send those as PDFs.
Okay.
So this is my fault.
So this is Isla's fault.
This is my fault. I love a good PDF.
I love them. I love them too.
PDFs.
I love them too.
They're either really great or the biggest pain in the ass on the planet, and nothing in between.
Yeah.
I feel fine. I never actually. Turns out, I took like 4 at-home tests, and I got a PCR yesterday, clean. I just have horrible allergies always. I felt like I've had a cold for 4 months. So I'm seeing an allergist in March. Because I live in LA, and that's the soonest I could get into one.
Apparently my cat has allergies. Why his eye gets like a black, like crusty stuff on it every morning.
That sucks.
I thought it was something worse, and they're like, no, it's just allergies. He's got allergies. So
yeah,
I'm like, oh,
dude,
okay.
allergies. What the hell, man?
I think I got. I don't think I've had them all my life, but like the last 6 months ish, like things have been acting up, and I'm like, this feels like. I asked me like, it sounds like you have allergies, dude. I'm like, well, where did they come from? Like, you don't usually get them.
Where do they come
older.
from? Where do they go?
Don't you have them like your whole life?
Where do they come from?
I suspected I've had this allergy for a while,
and what sucks is Sophia and I moved to a new place, and I love it. But we've got carpet on the second floor, which is where our bedroom is, and I suspect that is part of the problem. We've been trying to vacuum regularly. I have an air purifier in there. I just wake up with asthma and a sore throat every day. Ha 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 ha. Anyway.
All right. Well, let's get to our submissions. The first one is from RF Switch.
RF Switch. Okay, I'll read it.
She would like you to read this one.
Yeah.
Right.
Loose Noseda. Okay. Well, I suppose I just read it. I was like waiting for something to happen. I was like, do we need to switch inputs? No, we just start reading it. Okay. Greetings, Isla and Damiani. This is from RF Switch. Greetings, Isla and Damiani. So, to ensure I could talk about it with Isla, I plowed through The Owl House, Disney's gay witch animated series. I haven't seen that. I should see that. Am I bad? Okay, maybe that's selling this series a bit short. Yes, it has heavy LGBT plus rep. Our main character is bi. Her girlfriend is amazing. They share a kiss on screen. Really? In a Disney thing? Sorry, spoilers, but it's important. However, the Owl House is way deeper than it seems at first glance. Our story begins with Luz Noseda, a 14-year-old Latina girl who is a major victim of bullying. After one hell of a book report gone wrong, She is forced to go to a camp, where she finds a portal to the demon realm. Okay, so a good camp. After running to Ada, an alcoholic witch with a pretty serious curse, and King, a totally ordinary demon child, cough cough, Luce decides to stay and learn to become a witch. There, she gains friends fast and easily, learns an ancient form of magic casting, and helps the citizens of the Boiling Isles, an archipelago created from the corpse of a dead titan. Man, this show seems cool. As I said, the series deals with some pretty heavy topics for a Disney animated series. From child abuse to bullying, fascism and propaganda, child soldiers and mass murder, the dangers of escapism and even depression and bad thoughts, but also love and acceptance, learning to let things go and lean on your friends when you need help. It's a story of second chances as well as teaching how actions have consequences and owning up to your mistakes. As a writer, I can't help but love this series. Its simple but complex characters have complicated relationships and arcs. There is rich lore and history and themes that hit a particularly deep nerve in me. The series was cut short for some reason, but even with 43 episodes, that's not bad. The last of which will air in April. It's worth everyone's time to watch. Obviously, it is streaming on Disney+. I wish I could say more, but that would spoil things, even though I really want to. Anyhoot, I see owls. Probably should go back to writing my own series. So again, please watch Owl House, and I'll be back next month with something from both of the aforementioned series. Love and respect, RF Switch of the Oracle track. P.S. The tarot card that represents Sebastian Hall, aka Lotius, is Major Arcana X, Wheel of Fortune. Just with Star Citizen alone, he has taken chances and poured money into that game and had success. And spinning the wheel is all about fate and good fortune. Does she do a tarot card for community members?
Yeah, she's been doing
fun.
it. Yeah,
I love that.
yeah.
That sounds cool. I want to see that show.
I think it's been brought up before on Community Showcase. I swear it has. This is like the second time.
Some of those like what was the other one with the garnet and the jewel people?
Ruby? No, not Ruby.
I
know what you're talking about.
Steven Universe.
Yes, thank you.
Which was
that?
that?
No, I said Ruby because you said Jewel.
Yeah, Steven Universe. That was very queer. Loved that. Didn't finish it though. I should do that. Was that Disney or Cartoon? That was Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Because that's in that multiverses game or whatever.
Oh right. Yeah, no, it's on HBO Go, or HBO Max, whatever the hell they call it now.
Yeah. Maybe it's still on there.
Yeah, maybe. I got a notification on my phone this morning that was like, notice your HBO Max subscription will go up by $5 or whatever March. And I was like, so you're deleting shows and raising the price? Like, what the hell, guys? Really?
Yep.
But I love that Last of Us show, so I got to keep paying for it.
Next submission comes from Brandon K. Gann. With the past couple showcases of my most anticipated and GOTY lists respectively, I now turn my attention back to things I've been playing for the first time, namely the Killzone series and Resident Evil 3 Remake.
Hell yeah.
To begin with the former, I ultimately have disappointing feelings across the bulk of my time playing Killzone. The numbered entries are not good, as they've aged quite poorly in many respects. Graphical look, that's a surprise. Odd camera blur shake, bland level design, some tech issues here and there, uncompelling characters, somewhat forgettable gameplay, and a story I wouldn't call interesting. As of writing, I am almost done with the last game of the franchise, Shadowfall, and while it's easily the best of the series as it improves on everything I just pointed out, both it and one of the spin-offs, Killzone Mercenary, are the only two of the 6 in the series I would consider playable. It's quite surprising to me Guerrilla made Killzone, as my introduction to them was through the Horizon games, and those are fantastic, leaps and bounds better in every way. I imagine they were probably products of their time, like they seemed to be pretty well received at the time. Moving on to Resident Evil 3 Remake, much like both Resident Evil 7 and RE2 Remake before it, after watching playthroughs several times after the most recent one by Huber, I finally decided to get my own copy and play it for myself. And while I wouldn't say it's disappointing, I would put it behind those other two Resident Evils because to me, it feels rushed with a greater emphasis on action. One of my favorite aspects of both 7 and 2 Remake is their locations, as the Baker Estate and RPD respectively being large, interconnected areas with side quests, enemy placement, and sense of progression are a big reason why those games stand out. Yep. Resident Evil 3 Remake starts at a breakneck pace, and while the first real area has shades of the 3D Metroidvania elements that are so fun to explore, being a more linear game after the streets of Raccoon City is a bit of a letdown. Sure, there's a hospital towards the end, probably the best part, and getting to explore some of the RPD, albeit in a linear fashion, is neat, but both feel small and condensed. Plus, it doesn't help matters how both being introduced to Carlos and the overall plot don't have time to develop. I will say, though, despite my qualms, it's still a solid game. To close, I wanted to shout out the forums, as we've just concluded our latest iteration of our version of the Hall of Greats. So, real quick, if you haven't seen, this is probably posted before the announcement, the forums are closing down.
We're closing down the forums, we're sorry.
Sorry. And we're about to find out our picks for the top 25 games of 2022. For the Hall of Greats, I'm honored to say my nominees of The Last of Us Part 1, alongside Alexander Ziranov's pick of Apex Legends, were selected, and it's a blast to read, watch, and listen to people talk about games they love, plus the invigorating task of cross-examination. I encourage anyone to hop into those threads for a fun afternoon.
So yeah, if you're in the forums, save things you want to save, migrate things to the Discord and or the wiki. Like Red Sky and a bunch of people do a great job putting things on the wiki, which I really appreciate because I use the wiki all the time and I'm always like, what the hell's in the Hall of Greats, you know?
Yep.
Yeah. But back to RE3. Yeah, RE3 I feel like was always kind of like the stepchild, kind of like it's more of an action linear kind of just like
even the
4-hour crazy run fest and then you're done, you know. Even the OG one.
Yeah, even the OG one, like it was like comprised of like mini sections that had like a little bit of like the old thing, but it was, I think they realized that one set piece was probably too, I don't know, intimidating for some people to have to like keep track of all that. So making them smaller, like the gas station or this building here is just one part of it. Like the news station, it's just here's like 4 or 5 rooms. Just move around, figure it out, and then you can move on. But it was definitely, you know, the stalker element of having Nemesis like chase you the whole time.
Which at the time, like they hadn't, you know, pursuer enemies was kind of a newer idea.
Yeah.
So like at the time it was like, oh crap, he's following you the whole game. Like he was on the cover, you know, like. Yeah, which, like, that was kind of the selling point.
Lived up to his name.
To respond to something in chat, I totally get wanting ice cream even though you're cold. I do that all the time.
Oh, I think, yeah.
Growing up in the Midwest, one time I ate a box of popsicles while walking home in the winter. Anyway, my turn?
Yes.
Maddie, unexpected enemy. Howdy, allies. Hope everything is well. Can we raise the text size?
Oh, I can do that. This is the usual stuff.
Just do the zoom up there. Just do the zoom.
I'm lazy.
This is easier! The zoom is easier! Oh, God, Damiani! Oh, no. Oh,
that big
no.
enough?
Yeah, this is fine. Oh, Damiani. Okay.
There you
go. Howdy, allies. Hope everything is well. I'm back with another short blog piece, and this time I'm talking about Forspoken. And no, it's not about the dialogue/writing, but first we must travel back to 1995. Forspoken isn't the first time Squaresoft tried to make a game with international appeal. Before Isekai, that's where you get sucked into a video game, right?
Yes, into a video game specifically.
Well, you know, whatever. Fantasy World became a term more commonly used today. Back in 1995, Squaresoft released a game called Secret of Evermore on the SNES. An action RPG about a B-movie loving boy and his dog who get transported to a fictional world. Although it's not made clear where the boy was from, the game's intro takes place in Podunk, USA, which one could assume is a rural town in the Midwest. Maybe the South. Which one could assume is a rural town. Oh, I read it. Developed by the North American Squaresoft division, Evermore shared similarities to Squaresoft's very own Secret of Mana, but the game carried a distinct look and sound that differentiated itself from contemporaries. You may now scroll. Evermore was grounded and arguably more gritty than its Final Fantasy and Chrono Trigger brethren. Jeremy Soule, now known for games like The Elder Scrolls and Guild Wars, composed a unique, atmospheric soundtrack that didn't sound like anything else on the SNES at the time. While the core gameplay resembled Secret of Mana, Evermore had a crafting system where you would gather materials to craft magic spells. Your dog's appearance, as well as your local currency, would change based on the realm you're in, too. Cool.
That's cool. I didn't know about that.
Now that Forspoken has been released, what if Luminous Productions, the development team behind Forspoken, made a sequel/successor to Secret of Evermore as their next project? That'd be cool. Evermore has held a cult classic status as time has passed, so its relevance and popularity is debatable. Over the past year or so, Square Enix has been releasing a plethora of remakes, remasters, and spiritual successors. However, Live Alive, an RPG from 1994 that never made its way to the West, revealed for the first time in 2022, fully remade with HD 2D visuals, Valkyrie Elysium, a new entry in the almost forgotten Valkyrie Profile series. I never forgot it. Saw the light of day despite how different it was compared to its predecessors. Even Tri-Ace was given another opportunity to make another Star Ocean game with the Divine Force. While a remake of Parasite Eve, in the same vein as the more recent Resident Evil remake, seems to be the most desirable reboot among the fan base, and more likely to happen, yes please, I still think Secret of Evermore deserves a second chance. I don't think I've ever heard of that game. That sounds cool.
Yeah, it was a cool cover. And, yeah, there was
a cool cover.
Like little artwork for like the box and like the sticker on the SNES cartridge. It was like a weird like antlion or like some like monster looking thing on the front. It was like very like
shit,
iconic,
yeah. Whoa.
Yeah.
Wait, I've seen this box.
Yeah, because there's that one, and then there's Illusion of Gaia, which has like the Earth logo with the like big G, looks like the Zelda font.
Yeah,
those are always like the two that get brought up.
I remember this big creature.
Yeah.
I saw this on shelves. You could Google it too, but it's like a big red, reachy outy hands.
Yeah, it's a cool looking thing.
Yeah, that's neat. Ooh,
if only they would port those to the Super Nintendo Online, or
put it on there online.
Or maybe Square Enix probably just going to re-release it someday.
I love that kind of pixel art though, like that color palette, so good. The SNES like PlayStation 1, Suikoden, yeah.
Next submission comes from James Davey. Hi, Damiani and Isla.
Hi.
I want to start by saying that I really appreciate and admire the effort Isla and Blood have made since they took the helm of EZA last year.
Trying.
Trash Babies is the coolest show, and I wish it was fortnightly because it's so Moorish. I also commend the Hangout streams, which I feel are so cozy and lovely. I'll admit, though, I wish EZA went back to Q&As to replace Fast and Loose, because I like full answers to questions as opposed to this fast food-like alternative. I can't help but feel Fast and Loose is rushed, partly because not all the questions are answered, but also because there is 1.5 hour time limit to it. The announcement that EZA forums are shutting down makes me quite sad. I love participating in the EZA forums, and I feel like the community there was passionate, and it allowed us to create our own distinctive countdowns and Hall of Greats. I know bots swarmed over the forums, and it was rather quiet at times, but to me it was a great place for us to share a passion for EZA and for video games, in a space that allowed us to showcase it in a liberating way. I don't think Discord will give us the same freedoms the forums did, but I do think it's important to carry over what we had in the forums to the Discord space if it can be allowed and if it is possible. Thank you all for another riveting EZA GOTY Awards extravaganza. I'm intrigued by Vampire Survivors now, and bought and played Lil Gator Game, which is a relaxed and wonderfully inspired adventure of the Zelda ilk.
I still gotta play it. I really want to
I'm not surprised by Elden Ring winning GOTY, yet I think it was the axiomatic choice to win. Personally, I feel as though the year in video games isn't particularly strong if there's one game winning head and shoulders. Okay, it was right. Head and shoulders above the rest.
Sometimes there's just the best game.
I'm genuinely,
Baby?
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, we were kind of just like, all right, what has a chance of knocking off Elden Ring?
Yeah.
I mean, you're probably gonna get more competition this year. So if you're like,
this year's gonna be nuts.
Yeah. probably gonna be pretty nuts too. I'm genuinely glad people love Elden Ring. It's just I always find myself gravitating towards underdogs and underrepresented games. So Neon White is to me what a GOTY should be.
I love Neon White.
Oops, sorry. In my mind, Neon White is a funny and witty game with a thumping soundtrack, dazzling visuals, a terrific time attack style gameplay hook that makes you feel like a badass, and it never overstays its welcome. I encourage anybody listening to try it out. You won't regret it. Oh yeah, I played Forspoken. And now on to that rubber ducky in my bathtub. What does that mean? That's like a bird.
It's like a. Right? I think it's like a stand-up comedian just being like.
Oh.
Anyway, I don't know.
Just like something else now. Okay. In all seriousness, Forspoken is okay, but it got a strong whiff of stereotyping at the start, which just turned me off of the game's story. I'm surprised Dami liked it as much as he did, though. I'm glad he derived more enjoyment from it than a lot of people. Lastly, I just want to say thank you, Isla, for always being a wonderful and whimsical presence. Your sense of humor and your tireless efforts with managing EZA are always appreciated. Thanks for all that you do. Love and respect.
Thanks, James. You're a tech demo.
You're a tech demo.
Yeah, Forspoken, man. I don't know.
Let's go. I know what they're referencing, the beginning of the game. Yeah, I mean, I defer.
That's mine.
I defer to people who are in a better place to speak about the opening of that game. Yeah, she's she's in a courtroom and they're like reviewing her past criminal history at the beginning. So
I did not know that.
It's like but I just like observed discourse after the fact, and it's like, some people were that's not the problem. That's not what should be fixated on. And there are people like, they could have done it a different way. It's not the worst thing in the world. It's just like, could have they were just trying to establish like she's having a rough time in life, and it's like you could have had her to be like poor, which she is. It's like you could have just started there, and that would have been enough. And it's like
one just wonders if like, because I do think that different stories featuring different people should definitely be told, but if you're gonna tell those stories, probably have those people on the writing team. Like, I don't know if they did or not, but
yeah, that's probably where I think the point of contention comes from. The one thing that was an interesting aspect was the judge in there was relatable to the main character, and so given the how many crimes they had supposedly committed, and then being let off with like you're free to go, but like this is your last warning. It's like, oh wow, like okay.
Yeah, what
normally that would the normal narrative with this is like you're going to jail for a long ass time. It's like no. Right. I was like, okay, well that would be nice if that was reality, but otherwise, yeah.
And then the dialogue, like someone in chat just mentioned Hi-Fi Rush, and that's what I was thinking of too, is like, because there's snarky characters in that too, but it doesn't feel as like staid or forced. I don't know. I really like Hi-Fi Rush. So far, I'm only like 2 or 3.
I think definitely context matters, because like that world, that's what the world like is.
Right.
And it's expected to talk like that.
Right, if you just dropped into like a 90s reality show, you'd be like, what the hell is this?
Berserker was definitely trying to do fish out of water. And then like, but Marvel style. Like, let's make a bunch of quips to like, break the tension of this situation, and it, doesn't go over. That was that was like whatever to me. Like, it wasn't the end of the world.
Yeah.
Mine was the repetitive banter. It was like, please stop saying the same stupid 5 lines over and over again. I'm hearing for like dozens of hours. That's like antiquated crap that like I can't believe with all their tech they couldn't figure out that way. Anyway, Robert Lee is our next submission.
Sorry, just dealing with my ever running nose.
No worries.
I can read it. It's my turn, right? Ugh. Okay. Robert Lee, good day, allies. I can't believe it's already February.
All right.
Yeah. I finished up God of War Ragnarok on New Year's Day, but I just couldn't stop fighting the final Berserker boss. This was beyond obsession for me. For God of War 2018, it was the Valkyrie Queen, and now it's Berserker King Hrolf. I don't know what it is about God of War bosses, but just like Pringles, once I pop, I can't stop. What turned out to be a blessing, I accidentally overwrote my save file with this fight. Oh, which means I either have to play through the last few hours of the story again or start New Game Plus to get back to the fight, which I really can't be bothered doing, which finally got to check out Marvel's Midnight Suns. The only game I've played since God of War, this game had me completely hooked. I love XCOM 2, yeah, and I thought this would be similar to Marvel characters, but boy was I wrong. Similar to that, but Marvel characters, but boy was I wrong. The only thing it has in common is turn-based tactics combat. It has a Persona-style bond system, which didn't really interest me, but it's the most useful system to make your allies more powerful. Thankfully, you can skip through the dialogue. I had so many issues with this game. The performance on PC was all over the place. Yeah, playing it on Steam Deck, it was like a 50% chance it would just crash after every level. Yeah, I kind of just stopped playing it. I experienced stutters whilst exploring the Abbey grounds. I had issues where enemies become invisible during side missions. Oh boy.
Good stuff.
This was a bug, not an ability.
Yeah, I was going to say.
There are a few yeah, because some of the aliens, I think, in XCOM did that, but there are a few side missions where you need to defeat enemies carrying objective cards to complete missions, but none of the enemies were carrying these cards. Oh, which means I couldn't complete the mission. Oh, that's brutal. Gloss is the currency used for cosmetics. I have no interest in cosmetics, but the game seems to make a big deal in obtaining this useless item. The game rewards you with more gloss for performing better in missions instead of credits, combat items, XP, or stat rewards. WTF. Yeah, that seems like they assume you're into it. But if you're not, you're screwed. Leveling up seems absolutely pointless because of enemy scaling. You get extra offense, the enemy gains the same amount of health. That sucks. The frame rate completely tanks in the final story mission. Oof. The same thing happens in XCOM 2. Must be a Firaxis Games thing. I think the game could have been done. I guess, yeah, probably they want to, like, make the end flashy or something. I think the game could have been done with XCOM-style Doomsday Clock to have some urgency. It's strange seeing superheroes lounging in the pool whilst there's demons destroying the world. Who's up for a movie night whilst the world is burning? Despite these problems, I loved the game, and in particular the combat system. Some heroes, like Spider-Man, are so fun to play as because of their abilities and animations. I've played through hundreds of side missions, and each one has left me wanting more. This is one of my favorite games, but I can't ignore its many flaws. Now I know how fans of Elden Ring feel.
Okay.
Next, I've tried jumping into Dead Space Remake. Playing the series for the first time is very unnerving. Hopefully I can stick with it. When is the next Mysterious Monsters coming? The 13th. Thanks for hearing me out. Love and respect, Robert Lee. I just finished the rough cut yesterday. So I need to put in some... I'm waiting for Salmon Globe to send me the commercials. And then I'll watch it and make sure it's okay. And then it'll go up on Monday, the 13th. Hi, Sphere Hunter.
Blade likes watching Blade movies by the pool.
Wait, is that true? Does he watch? Blade?
Is that a reference? Oh, I can't say what I was about to say. Level Capybara is our next submission. Hi, Isla. Hi, Damiani.
Hi.
Hope you're both having a fabulous February. It's looking like a good one with Kirby's Return to Dreamland Deluxe and Octopath Traveler 2 on the way. But it'll be a bittersweet month in one respect. The game I was looking forward to most, which was set to launch the same day as both Kirby and Octopath, has now been pushed back to the end of March. Can you guess the game? Not Resident Evil 4. It's a niche slice of life.
I say
JRPG.
niche.
It's both are correct.
Both are correct. Niche is more
the
archaic.
oldest.
Yeah.
We Bloodworth did a special
did a whole thing on this.
Bloodworth has like a video ready. It's like on our $100 and up patron tier. It's our political tier.
Yeah, and our politics. We should just start a politics tier. Where Blood talks about the pronunciation of the word niche.
That's all it is.
That's all it is.
Label this political podcast. I'm sure someone.
It's archaic pronunciations in Harry Potter all day.
Yeah.
That's all it is. That's all we talk about.
It's a long rant at the end. And it's like, and today in Harry Potter, this. That's it. It's like one line. The conclusion to a trilogy, in fact. So this RPG is a conclusion to a trilogy. It debuted during the infamous Farm Sim Direct. which probably didn't do it any favors. It was Isla's Sizzle. Not really, from the recent Winter Games preview podcast.
What?
It's been hailed by some as fan servicey, but not in an egregious way.
I now remember.
And cool costumes.
Looking into this, yes.
It's Atelier Ryza 3, Alchemists of the End and the Secret Key.
Atelier is the archaic pronunciation.
Atelier.
Yeah, now we say Atelier.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. I think it is Atelier.
And with 1 month to go until the trilogy wraps up, it's as good as a time as any to gush about what's made this series so special so far. All right. The Alchemy.
Do the numbers.
Number 1.
Thank you.
Well, it could just be like a list.
The Alchemy.
1. The Alchemy. Some JRPGs have crafting, but Atelier games are crafting JRPGs. They consistently feature some of the most robust crafting systems around, and the loop of practicing with recipes to unlock new ones is always satisfying. Not to mention, there's something hilarious and relatable to how the way Ryza, is it Ryza or Ryza, chat, nerds out.
It's Ryza if it's where Riker goes on vacation.
Okay. I got that.
That's for the real ones.
About the way Riza nerds out about her work and stays up for hours or even days to get a job done.
Y'all playing that Atelier?
Number 2, the combat. Stringing special attacks into beautifully animated combos feels fluid and fierce. It sounds like you're describing like Devil May Cry. But spending the AP you accrue to increase the combo limit adds a clever twist, accelerating the pace of combat the longer you fight.
Nice.
Number 3, the music. Atelier Ryza soundtracks are packed with pure orchestral radiance, outstanding opening and end credits themes, and in Atelier Ryza's 2 case, some of the crunchiest, catchiest battle themes I've ever heard. Give balmy summer breeze and it's all up here from Sorry, it's all uphill from here.
It's all up here from here.
No, I was going to say it's all up here from uphill.
Also wrong.
Your French ears are bleeding. Uh-oh.
Why?
Atelier.
Not a friend of Atelier?
Atelier.
Atelier?
Atelier. Atelier.
It's all up here from up here.
It's all up here. But the best part of the Ryza experience is how remarkably down to earth these games are. There's no god killing and very little world saving to speak of. Instead, these games are about personal growth and enduring relationships, about rebuilding bridges burned through childhood misunderstandings, about discovering passions that lead you away from your home and your friends, and about the experience of reconnecting with them at a totally different stage of your life.
Yo.
The themes at play here are surprisingly ordinary, a point that the games explicitly take pride in, and the result is one of the coziest JRPG experiences around.
That sounds nice.
Well, that's what I've come to love about these games in a nutshell, and who knows, maybe others might too. Love and respect, Level Capybara. Is Ryza a cute girl do cute things or a sexy girl do sexy things game? I don't know.
Yes, from the screenshots I saw.
Yes.
Thank you for that, Level Capybara. That was really well written, too.
Atelier.
Atelier.
There you go.
Atelier Risa.
Atelier Risa.
We can't pronounce both of them correctly.
No, we can't. We gotta say Ryza. Yeah,
unless that's right, then we have to say something else.
Ryza is right. It means right.
Oh.
I don't know if it's actually right. Next up are images. So let's switch over to a different scene here so we can get those ready to go. And first up comes from Stomps.
Yo, Stomps!
They'll be on the description, so you can read the descriptions for this one, but they wanted to say there's PNGs in the link Google Drive labeled in order to be viewed 1 for 12. I got those. With caption screenshots on my journey through a 100% real metaverse game for Reese's Puffs.
Shit, yeah!
Alright, here we go. Let me get the images going. Image, and let's begin. You can read the captions.
Here's my playthrough of Reese's Puffs X Ambush Jewelry Company Metaverse, aka the Breakfastverse. How have I never heard of this? I made a video about breakfast cereal video games.
Oh yeah, I gotta go to this. Sorry. Oh, it didn't change it. What the? Hang on, I'm sorry. I've never seen that happen before. Oh, I know what it did. This keeps happening.
This keeps happening, chat.
It's in layouts.
Honey, I Shrunk the Kids?
Yeah. That's what's going through my head right now. Ray Zelinsky. Alright, let's change this now. No, that's not it.
I changed the name on this computer, and yet it still dead names me. Irritating.
Yeah. Also irritating is not choosing the right file. Okay, here we go. Sorry, community showcase is. Oh dear.
We're in the layouts folder now.
Sorry, stops. All right.
Apparently, Ambush is a jewelry company.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, Jesus. They drop you into a space room, controlling a robot. Here's me hitting the. Oh, okay, that's much better. Here's me hitting the 100 button next to Reese's Puff orb photo on the wall. What?
What the hell?
I love that I do not understand anything about this.
Okay, I'm just giving up.
Whatever, just let them pile up hilariously.
This is better.
Oh, because it replaced our
our
border.
This is better.
Okay. They also have a fancy model in a sea of Reese's orbs, and you're just like a Tron guy. This is so weird. Oh, this feels like an easy update.
Hey, this one will fix it.
Okay,
cool. So
cool, now it's
I have
behind.
to double click. That's the new trick. So it's double clicking now.
I think it's because you have to put the image layer above the border layer.
You have to. So
can you lock the border layer?
Yeah.
In OBS, you can lock the border.
You can lock it, but I think it's because you have to double click now. They changed it, so.
They changed it, chat.
Yeah, I'm just gonna put it all the way down here.
Yeah, and then lock it. Click the lock right there. Over to the left. Down. Right there. Yes.
Okay.
It appears Earth is engulfed in flames in the Breakfastverse. The ultimate puff. Yeah. Does this mean it's gonna change the border?
Probably, yes. Yeah!
Okay. I was soon sucked into a portal where I became a spoon guy, tasked with an important mission. Get to the cereal bowl and jump into the milk to enter the next dimension of breakfast. The Chrome Puff Award awaits.
What the?
This is awesome. Okay. I promptly flipped the UI theme to dark mode in the settings in preparation for my journey. Uh-huh. Like you do. Oh, you were the little silver spoon. Okay. I collected 20 chrome puffs, and the true narrative began unfolding. Work your way through this delicious milky dimension and keep collecting the chrome puffs. It's almost feeding time for the giant mouth. This is getting dark. My spoon guy inside the giant mouth experiencing existential dread.
Oh, God.
You don't eat the spoon, though.
What is this?
This is because you only have 31 out of 40 chrome puffs.
Yeah.
Not the true ending. I have become their ruler. Take your seat at the throne. 15 minutes into the experience, apparently. I've found a way out of the Breakfastverse, a real online storefront with tangible products and online payment systems. Then head over to the side to purchase the Reese's Puffs X Ambush Chrome Puff bag and Chrome something box. Oh my God.
What the?
$150. Travel through space and time with Reese's Puffs and Ambush Chrome Puff, the ultimate breakfast accessory from the future. The 6-inch chrome orb is scientifically designed to double as a handbag as well as a cereal bowl. Wow! Complete with a collapsible spoon, silicone divider, and removable interior. I was gonna say, the inside of my purse is gnarly. I would never eat cereal out of it. Oh, God. As a bowl, I don't hate it. As a handbag, hell no. I'm happy to be back in the world where I could spend $150 to eat cereal out of my chrome handbag. This is the dumbest thing I've ever seen.
Someone was trying hard to make this go viral.
Oh my God!
When people try to make something viral, like this was made the intent that we're hoping it goes viral.
Also, back on my bullshit about Reese's. It's pronounced Reese's. Working at the movie theater, we'd have people come in.
People trying to say Reese's?
They would come in and they would say, "Can I have a bag of Reese's Pieces?" And I'm just like, Pieces is a word. Pieces is a word. Reese is a name. Reese's Pieces. It's meant to rhyme as the actual word pieces is pronounced. Fuck you.
Reese's Pieces.
Reese's Pieces? Bite my ass. Oh, you can't get the bowl anymore? The purse bowl?
It's probably going for like $1,000 on eBay right now.
Listen, I'm not throwing shade, and if you do it because it's funny, that's worth it. That's fine. And like, hey, maybe, never judge someone for mispronouncing something because it means they've read it more than they've heard it, So maybe you're a literative kind of person, and you've just read the Reese's Pieces bag more than saying it out loud. But my God. Reese's Pieces. Anyway, sorry.
All right.
It really chaps my hide.
You did it, Stumps.
All right.
Made it happen. Next.
You did it, Stumps. Yeah, thank you so much for that,
This is
Stumps.
great.
Sweet Lord.
Next up from Michelle Jackson. Hello, Damian and Isla. I was sad to break my three...
Wait, hang on. Important question from Swordfish. Even though I can't consume milk, what is my favorite cereal?
Oh, yeah.
I used to eat cereal every single day as a bed snack. I have since stopped doing that, and I think my health has improved. So I haven't had cereal in a few years, but I like really bland food. So I think I liked Rice Krispies.
All right, yeah.
Rice Chex, Kix.
Nice.
Yeah, oat milk. I like oat milk.
Yeah.
Better than almond milk. I guess those. Oh wait. Ooh, I really like Frosted Mini Wheats too.
Those are great.
Ripple milk? What the hell is that?
I haven't had cereal in like a generation.
Yeah. Not a big cereal
been a long
crew,
time.
I guess. I do love cereal though.
I mean, I had it every day.
No, I don't
until
like
I
chocolate
moved
cereal.
out. Yeah.
They got weird to me. Oh, Raisin Bran, damn it, yeah.
Basically, every day to like, I went to college.
Raisin Nut Bran is good, but it has dairy in it. Cracklin' Oat Bran, that's a good one.
Yeah.
Fucking cereal is lit, dude. I love cereal.
Yeah.
It's because it's all sugar.
Yeah.
Horrible for you. All right.
Michelle Jackson. Hello, Damian and Isla. I was sad to break my 3+ year streak of submitting to the showcase, but the last 3 months have been a little hectic. I'm glad to be submitting again, though.
Welcome back.
This month, I'm just sharing some images related to what I've been doing these past months. All right. Let's do this correctly this time.
I don't know. I kind of liked the adventure.
That was kind of fun, yeah.
Of not doing it correctly. Yo!
All right, so number 1, I graduated.
Hell
the
yeah!
ceremony won't happen until May, but I'm glad it is officially done. Due to some chronic health issues, I've had to take some time off from school a few times, and honestly wasn't sure I'd ever finish, so this feels a bit surreal. Congratulations!
Huge congratulations!
Yeah.
That's fantastic.
Nice.
Also, I like the tartan display area. Very nice.
Oh, yeah, very nice. Next image.
That's huge. Good job. Love them.
Number 2, because my workload was a bit intense in my last semester, I haven't been able to work on personal art for a long time. This is a work in progress of a just for fun piece I'm giving myself as a reward. Haha.
I love it.
Very nice. the right thing.
Can't say which game, but great character creator coming up. Good hair options.
This is the first assignment I made for my graphic design class last semester. It's a little rough, but I still like it. Royal Vegas Retreat. Buy tickets now at prettyprincess.club.
Nice.
Cool.
Wait, what is it for? Oh, cool.
Ooh.
That one took a minute to load.
Yeah.
That's very cool.
Poster I made for a voting awareness assignment. I want to clean it up a bit, but I'm pleased with how it turned out.
I like it. It draws the eye. That's really good.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's clean. I like that.
My favorite logo that I made last semester.
That's very good.
Yeah.
Carousel surf.
Yeah, it's pretty.
And it's like bubbles and a carousel. That's really clever. I like that.
All right. These next photos will just be my favorite outfits from the past few months. I've mentioned before that I wear Lolita fashion often, but I'm making an effort to wear it on more of a daily basis in 2023.
Nice.
Really cool.
Michelle, I thought of you. I can't remember where it was, but this girl walked by, full dark Lolita, just like out in the world, and I thought of you. I was like, Michelle would love this. I like the ring focus photos too.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah, more.
Oh yeah, such coordination.
Dang. Really good looking outfits.
Yeah, these are great. You look great. How many bows do you own? Everything's got bows.
Oh, wow. And, that's it. All right. Well, thank you for sharing those.
Yeah, really good.
Did I answer that? Okay. Wait a second.
A friend of mine, Endigo, is going to be on the Swedish RuPaul's Drag Race, which is awesome. And they do kind of like a Lolita vibe too. So I'm excited. Hopefully they do well.
Our last image submission comes from Matt Preston.
Matt Preston. Oh, in my
You wanna
turn.
read it? Yeah.
Happy Showcase Day, allies. Here's a work in progress Fiasco playset that I'm finishing. Hell yeah. I haven't seen one of these in a minute. Fiasco Knots is one of the Well, I can't read it if it's...
Sorry.
Fiasco Knots is one of the shows that got me hooked on Easy A. I'm sorry. And opened my mind to more TTRPGs, tabletop RPGs. Much love and respect to all the schemes and characters that were created. Feel free to skim through some pages. Tusk features themes of sci-fi.
I like it.
Sci-fi. Reese's Atelier Sci-fi. Space elevators, formal space stations, interior design disputes. This sounds great.
Alright, here we go.
Also a good song, Tusk, by Fleetwood Mac. Oh, God.
I know.
This is so small.
Yeah, they said we could just scan, like, just go
Yeah.
over. You don't have to read everything if you want.
Well, let's read the premise. 2 millimeters of steel or glass separate us from the everlasting silence of space. Oh, and our biggest mistake is also staring us right in the face. The destruction of Tusk. Also, we lost the folks on Mal a generation ago, too. But at least the people aboard TOSS are alright. Granted, some of them are a bit heavy on the science or a bit cavalier when it comes, or when going on a mission to Tusk on the NVL. I love Fiasco playsets because it's like you set up all these really specific things but don't define what they are so that it's part of the lore. Damn it, we should do another Fiasco sometime. Pop culture references: Space Odyssey, The Year We Made Contact, Alien Aliens, Arrival, Event Horizon, Oblivion, Prometheus, Solaris, Sunshine. God damn, this sounds fun. Maybe we'll do this one. Alright, flip through the next little bit. Okay, yeah, so we are defining it a little bit, yeah. That's cool. Next slide, please. Cool.
That's cool.
Yeah, I like that. Next slide, please. Okay, next. Terranaut, cool. Outsider, cool. Two best friends, mushroom human hybrid and oblivious child. Oh, Fiasco, dude. Yeah, I'm sure JLV would be down. And we have Gabby. Fuck, that would be pretty good. Me, JLV, Gabby. Maybe I could get Jones in there. That would be great. I'll see. No promises. All right, next slide, please. Oh, you did. To become. To base jump on the tusk from TOSS and live. Next. To break up the most popular couple. Figuratively blowing it all up. Literally blowing it all up. Okay, next. Cool, next. Next. I love the good weird objects. A note that reads, "Don't trust Mal." Okay. Uniquely colored bouncy balls is a very good one. Okay. Ooh, world modifiers. Oh, I love the idea of world modifiers. Ooh, that's really good. So that's like a tilt, kind of? Oh, that's fantastic. Good idea. Alright, is that the end? Act 1. Tilt in Act 2. Oh, okay. Nice. Oh, I don't want to read those.
Alright.
Awesome.
Cool.
That looks really cool.
Come back over here. There we go.
Yeah, Fiasconauts was a hard cut, but we just couldn't, like, keep doing it. Can I take a research break really fast?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll be right back. Everybody.
Sorry, let me get this set up. Oh, yeah, I should actually double check this real quick. Sorry, I might have put this in video. Didn't I put it here? Oh shit. Hang on. Small problem. Where did it go? Oh no, it's here. I got it. Yay! I'm okay. I'm good. I thought I didn't have someone's submission, but I got it. We're saved. And I can throw this away, actually. 1 sec. I'm just going to throw this in the trash. Oh, you want a Topo Chico update? My market got a shit ton of it. So I bought like 6 cases of grapefruit and like 4 cases of lime. I basically bought everything they had because I was so pissed they hadn't had any for 6 months. But last week I went back. I was in the market again, and the Topo Chicos have like 3 or 2 shelf space. Now it's on the bottom, and it like only has like a row for each like normal grapefruit and lime. So I don't know if they like reduced the amount or whatever, but like I'm good for like 2 more months at least. Anyway.
Just walked into a wall.
All right, we got.
Is that about grapefruits?
Oh no, flavored water.
Oh. Did you know that if you're on epilepsy medicine, you can't have grapefruit stuff?
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Boo-doo-doo-doo. All right. This is the audio section.
So, but it's audio, but it's from Kevin Gillette. Kevin Gillette submits the video of the audio they did. So
video
we'll watch this
of audio?
Audio, video,
Whoa.
AV. Whoa.
How impossible, dude.
Hello, Isla and Damiani.
Hi.
I'm really loving the current flow of shows like Trash Babies, Achieve It Yourself, or Sunk. My submission this month was inspired by Achieve It Yourself, featuring an achievement for the original Star Fox.
Oh, God.
Maybe a rare specimen in that I played the original SNES one a lot as a kid, and then didn't have a Nintendo 64 until later in life. Excuse me. So I have a much deeper attachment to the Super Nintendo Star Fox than to Star Fox 64. By the way, Brad, who's not here, Brad so obviously missed the ring that cost him his streak at number 28. You can even see him stop flying downwards too early before trying to correct himself a split second too late. Bad hit detection, more like sloppy gameplay.
Listen, anytime Brad makes a mistake, it's good.
Well, how you can tell is exactly how how referees tell if a field goal kick in football, in American football, is good. So when it goes wide, you look sideways, like you if you're looking forward or you're looking sideways of it, it's worth if you see the yellow of the pole in front of the ball or back of the ball.
Right.
So if the ball goes like wide left or right, it means it goes and you see the yellow pole behind the football as it crosses, or from the side you'll see it like the left or right side, like the football's in front. So in this one, if the R wing was behind the ring as you're passing it, it means you should be covering. You see the R wing in front of the ring, and that would have been good. He's behind it, so he was too late. So yeah, sorry, weird analogy there. I mean, I
got it.
NFL sports,
I got there.
NFL people, yeah. Anyway,
football analogy definitely where I'm at.
I mean, it could be anything. It's how did this pass in front? Like,
I understand physical space.
It's layered. I'm explaining existence here, damn it.
When a layer is on top of another layer in Photoshop.
Anyway, many years ago now, I had redone the Corneria music from this game, so I've moved to the next level and redone the Asteroid Belt theme this time. You'll hear the level theme, then the level's boss theme, and finally the mission complete fanfare. Anyway, also congratulations on a very entertaining and well-edited Goaty video.
Thank you.
Love and respect, Kevin Gillet. So sorry, that was a little long-winded from me.
I loved it,
with the diversions.
I loved it.
All right, sorry. It's in music. Here we go.
good.
Pleasure when you beat the game and you got Fox actually speaking and General Pepper speak. Yeah, like real VO was like.
Oh wow.
Whoa.
They say well done, Fox. Or
It's like it's basically like, congratulations, blah blah blah.
Kevin, that was great.
Thank you. Let me get to our
Kevin with the accent.
Kevin Gillet.
How do you say that? Kevin.
Okay, next one is from Jesse Blue. I'm gonna mute them so they won't hear this. I have to get the file ready, but it might play the beginning for a second, so whatever. Oh no. It loaded on the other window, didn't it?
I think so.
Alright. How to do this. Alright, F11.
Flevin.
Sorry. I'm trying to see the mouse. Maybe I see it. Okay, good. Okay, goodbye. Kill that. Alright, let's try this again. They don't hear this, though, at least. Okay, good. Oh, man, I can't see it.
You made it. We need to mirror both monitors. Hell yeah, got it.
At least they weren't spoiled.
Yeah.
Alright. I can close that now. Okay. Let's
You can go back cam, right?
for this one. Yeah. Okay. So this submission is from Jesse Blue.
My turn?
Hang on. They had a special request.
Oh.
So when we're ready to play, I'm going to have to full screen it since like the full controls don't show up. Okay. Go ahead.
Hello, Damiani, Isla, and chat. Greetings from the Midwest. Hi. I hope your January has slowed down now that Goatee wrap-up is over. Not really. I am trying to get motivation back to continue working on my audio files now that I'm no longer tending to my husband and his broken arm. Oh, dang. The past week or so, I have been distracted because I used the Christmas money and gift cards I've been saving up and bought myself a new Switch OLED. Hell yeah. I set up Animal Crossing New Horizons on it, and with a different profile, I created a new island without having to delete my old one. I set this one up in the southern hemisphere, so it's like New Game Plus, starting from scratch, but with 100 or 1,500 hours of practice and none of the hang-ups, like keeping my beginning villagers, and just enough differences to keep it interesting. Oh, and no turnips this time. That means I have spent way too much time doing that and not getting my submission ready until the last minute. When I looked it up to see where we last left Alice, it turns out the last time I submitted a portion of Alice's adventures was July 2022, and Isla was on then too. There you go. So, I think the best thing to do is remind you all where we were. I hope February goes well, and since I don't know when I will get to tune in live to any streams, I would like to say happy birthday month to you, Isla. Thank you. I really do value everything you do for Easy Allies and this community. You're amazing, and you get better with every year. Love and respect, hugs and smiles, Jesse Blue. Thank you so much. Okay, and I read this now? Okay. When we left Alice, she had rushed into the rabbit's house to find him a pair of gloves and, while searching, found another bottle of strange liquid, which, of course, she drank. Instantly growing to fill the whole house, she now wonders how she will get on with her schoolwork, whether she will continue to age, and who belongs to the new voice she hears outside the window. Stay tuned as Chapter 4 continues.
Let's just fade in here.
She heard a voice outside and stopped to listen. Mary!
It seems like it needs to fade in. I'm just going to start it. She has to fade it in.
But after a few minutes, she heard a voice outside and stopped to listen. Marianne! Marianne! Said the voice. Fetch me my gloves this moment! Then came a little pattering of feet on the stairs. Alice knew it was the rabbit coming to look for her, and she trembled till she shook the house. quite forgetting that she was now about 1,000 times as large as the rabbit, and had no reason to be afraid of it. Presently the rabbit came up to the door and tried to open it, but as the door opened inwards and Alice's elbow was pressed hard against it, that attempt proved a failure. Alice heard it say to itself, "Then I'll go round and get in at the window." "That you won't," thought Alice. And after waiting till she fancied she heard the rabbit just under the window, she suddenly spread out her hand and made a snatch in the air. She did not get a hold of anything, but she heard a little shriek and a fall, and a crash of broken glass, from which she concluded that it was just possible it had fallen into a cucumber frame, or something of the sort. Next came an angry voice, the rabbit's, "Pat, Pat, where are you?" And then the voice she'd never heard before,
"Sure, and then I'm here, digging for apples, Your Honor."
"Digging for apples indeed," said the rabbit angrily. "Here, come help me out of this." And sounds of more broken glass. "Now tell me, Pat, what's that in the window?"
"Sure, it's an arm, Your Honor."
He pronounced it arm. "An arm, you goose! Who ever saw one that size? Why, it fills the whole window."
"Sure it does, Your Honor, but it's an arm for all that."
"Well, it's got no business there at any rate. Go and take it away." There was a long silence after this, and Alice could only hear whispers now and then, such as,
"Sure, I don't like it, Your Honor, at all, at all."
"Do as I tell you, you coward." And at last she spread out her hand again and made another snatch in the air. This time there were 2 little shrieks and more sounds of broken glass. "What a number of cucumber frames there must be," thought Alice. "I wonder what they'll do next. As for pulling me out of the window, I only wish they could. I'm sure I don't want to stay in here any longer." But after a few...
I see. All right.
Nice. That was really nice.
Thank you for that. Very talented.
Such a cozy, vibe.
Yeah.
I think Alice in Wonderland works really well as an audiobook. Reading it, it's very weird. It's a very strange book.
Now we are in our video submissions, which means first up, as always, Alexander Zirinov. And it means more Apex Legends character showcase time. Hello, allies. I'm continuing highlighting Apex Legends characters, and today we'll be talking about Watson.
Nice.
Natalie Paquette was raised by her father Luke, who taught her that the world could be cold and harsh.
A lot of French today.
But never introduced the concept of betrayal. As a child, she gained a strong curiosity for the mechanics of electricity. She wished to assist her father in his development of the ring for the upcoming Apex games, but met opposition as Luke wanted her to enjoy her time as a child. Despite this, she continued researching and eventually found the solution. On the day of the ring's reveal to the public, Luke passed away.
Oh.
During his funeral, Natalie hid beneath a table in despair, but was soon found by legends, who comforted her and assured that she would have a family and a home amongst them. Several years later, Natalie decided to join Apex Games, and her request was immediately granted as a gratitude for the creation of the ring. One day, she accidentally discovers that Caustic is preparing to test his toxic gas on the populace in a nearby city and puts herself in grave danger to stop him. Knowing that he will be punished, Natalie decided to keep this a secret on the condition that he would work to become a better person.
That's lenient.
Yeah. She also eventually earned Crypto's trust and agreed to repair a communication briefcase for him so that he could contact his kidnapped sister Mila. However, when her repairs succeeded, Mila told Natalie that Crypto shouldn't know about this as he will attempt to rescue her, which will make both of them a target. In terms of gameplay, Watson is a defensive legend. Her tactical ability allows her to create electrified fences that can be freely passed by your team, but damage and slow your opponents. This allows you to quickly fortify an area and discourage enemies from using zip lines, entering through doors, or landing on top of you. You can also use fences to trap your opponents inside buildings or force them to go elsewhere. Thanks to her passive ability, Watson knows when enemies cross her fences and slowly regenerates her shield when she doesn't take damage. She can also hold 2 ultimate accelerants per inventory slot instead of 1. An ultimate accelerant instantly recharges her ultimate ability instead of just reducing its cooldown.
Well,
and her ultimate ability is an electrified pylon that destroys all incoming ordnance, bombardments, and throwable abilities, repairs damaged shields of any legends in the radius, and significantly reduces Watson's tactical ability cooldown when she's nearby. However, enemies can shoot both fences and pylons, so you need to use the environments to defend your defenses. I like playing Watson because she is one of the nicest persons in the game. In this video, I've tried to highlight her abilities as well as her interactions with Crypto, Caustic, Revenant, and other legends. This is just a small taste. The game has so much more than I can possibly show in just 3 minutes.
When we were doing the Play With Us tier, we played Apex with Alexander, and they were using Watson, and it was really cool. Like, the fences are really cool.
I'm the jump master. Don't look so shocked. You can't beat the view from up here. Laying fences.
Wow.
I like
Anyone
it.
passes through
Putting
here,
down.
you'll know. Put
Oh,
it down
man.
the fence. That's a scary fence. That's a pretty fence. That's a happy fence. That's a broken fence. That's a silly fence. One of my far fences has been crossed. 45 seconds. Walk the enemy shield. Just one. Make way, I'm joining you. I've got you, Te. Bien. Très bien.
걱정 마. 이제 무사할 거야.
Thanks.
Don't mention it.
I am glad we can help each other.
Yeah. I won't change.
Thank you. You're too kind.
그래.
Yes. The briefcase will not fix itself.
Thank you.
Happy to help. Yes. Always.
Extended light mag here. Level 3.
Merci, Dr. Caustic. Thank you, Doctor. I hope you are feeling more grounded these days.
As you were. I'm not thanking you.
Then you're not welcome. And you owe me big time.
Don't go thinking I owe you anything.
You're just a program with a scary voice modulator. And that's all you'll ever be.
Zone C has been captured.
That zone's ours. Guess they zoned out.
Taking the fight to them.
I've got your back. And your front. I never understood that saying. Reloading. That was the last one. Bye-bye, squad. Hold on. Let me help you.
Eliminated.
We beat the champion. I wish Papa could see me now. There's a loot map in here. They were my best friends growing up.
Movement in progress.
Ring's moving. Come on. I designed it to hurt anyone outside of it.
Cracked an enemy shield.
Oh,
We beat the I'm shocked. Get it?
You are the Apex champions.
there you go.
She's really nice. I like her voice lines.
Next up,
Oh,
Damon Radioactive Magic.
did I read this one in the future?
Yes, you did.
Okay. Hello, Isla and Damiani. Hope you have been well. Here is the latest episode in the last on the topic of Pokemon villains. Oh yeah, these are fun. The first one was about good practices in writing and game design for them. The previous one was me putting it into practice. Now finally, this one is about world building around villains, battling, and money. To speak honestly, I've been doing these videos for a while now, and I'm starting to feel a bit, fortunately and bittersweetly, there are only 3 videos left after this one. So, this might be the last video I show you, Isla, for the community showcase. I hope mayhaps the mood strikes you to find and share my videos in the future. I don't think the YouTube algorithm will bless me. It doesn't bless us either. It hates us. So it really is just word of mouth that gets me around. So, if any ally in chat ever wants to give a shout out, that would be, they would have my eternal love and respect.
Okay.
Go from 410 on, please, Damiani, and have a wonderful evening. Damon, thanks.
Sorry, I gotta... Whoop, way too far. Oh. That's good.
That's pretty close.
So, how does this tie into our criminal villains? Well, if Team Bad Guys break laws, then what if they not only had more than 6 Pokemon on them at a time, but also brought them out to battle you all at once? This could be a very interesting mechanic gameplay-wise. How this could happen in a battle is that since the Grunt can only give one instruction at a time, only the Pokemon that know that move will all attack. Because the battle could be suggested as being fast-paced, see my talk on Pokemon's graphics, perhaps they intentionally throw out lots of the same Pokemon so they can give them all the same instruction. Area of effect abilities like Blizzard or Razor Leaf become very valuable in these fights and would need to be considered when building a team. Suddenly, a Grunt having 6 low-level Rattata and 2 Ekans on their team goes from a joke to an actual threat. Ekans don't know quick attack, so it would skip a turn, but if I was being hit with 6 times the normal damage before my Pokemon could get a turn, even if they were all really low level, it would bring a sweat to my brow. These are criminals. There are profits to be made, and they don't care for the rules. I believe there could be really interesting mechanics to enforce this. Not to mention how well this could antagonize the player. Anyway, now let's look at the world's gambling addiction. As far as I can find, money in the Pokemon world has never really been given a name, at least not in the mainline games. They have their own unique symbol, which is cool. Bulbapedia calls it Pokemon Dollar, and Pokemon Go uses the term Pokecoin, and I think that is fairly acceptable, so I'll use that from now on. Is Pokecoin used for everything or just for Pokemon-related things? Everyone is rather casual about Pokemon battling. It is just a hobby, just for fun. Why is that? It would mean that the currency exchanged in battle has very little value or applicable use. Fair enough, we have seen players be able to buy things outside of Pokemon-related equipment, such as clothing and bikes, but this is a world-building exercise, so let's leave that behind. Perhaps the government, or whatever system they have, gives food, travel, housing, clothing, electricity, water, communication, entertainment, and more to everyone, free of charge, leaving the only thing that money is good for anymore: Pokemon. It would certainly give more weight to its namesake if this was the case. Why would villains be after Pokecoin? Because Pokemon are walking weapons of relatively notable destruction. If you have vast amounts of Pokecoin to buy all the potions and Pokeballs you want, then you have a solid method of cultivating strength. If you have powerful Pokemon on your team, you could bully people into doing whatever you want. Pokemon is power, and power is the ability to influence the behavior of others or the course of events. If you will allow me another villainous tangent for this episode, here are just some of the broad number of methods to gain power by the things you control.
I forget. Is it 3 or 4 minutes, chat? I forget.
I think it's
for video.
3?
I don't I would have to load another video to see how long one is.
The last one was
okay.
3.
Thank you.
Alexander said 3.
Thank you. Got it.
But this video, these all, I need to...
Yeah.
I said this last time
That
too.
felt like the natural ending point too.
Yeah,
so
it was
like
a
for
good
the segments, I'm like, okay, I think that's where it should be.
It's just always been 3.
It's always been 3.
These are great.
Thank you.
There'll be a link in the...
Yeah, you
in
can
the
check out the whole
post.
thing. It should be live. I think I made it 3 p.m., so you might have to wait like a little bit longer for it to go live. But it will be live today. The post that community showcase people had access to.
Yeah.
So you can see the whole video then. All right, our next video submission is from Garrett Zamora, aka GBZMR. Hey allies, my brother and I have started a podcast, the Zamora 2-Player Podcast, which is heavily inspired by listening to the EZA podcast for years. The way my brother and I talk about our gaming experiences and memories felt very similar to how you all discuss games every week. We have been reminiscing about our early gaming memories as well as deep diving into our love of series like Final Fantasy, Metal Gear Solid, and Tekken. I've included a clip I cut out of our second episode wherein my brother right is telling me left how we resolved an issue where our disc 2 of Xenogears on PlayStation 1 kept failing at an early cutscene, which was preventing us from finishing the game for months. Please enjoy, and the ESA community is always welcome to join in our discussions. Much love and respect from Canada.
Oh, that would be brutal to not to get stuck right at the end of it.
Hey, come on.
Yeah. Stupid. It doesn't make any sense. But no, this is literally what happened. I'm surprised you don't remember this.
No. I think the memory of it finally working has scrubbed out any other, tribulations we had with it.
So I wrote to Squaresoft saying, look, I'm playing this game. There's no scratch on it. It's X scene where Faye whatever, and it just hangs, and I hear the PlayStation clicking, like like dear
handwritten.
yeah. Found their address somehow and sent this letter.
Did they send us another disc?
Months later, no reply, and then I'm just like, why isn't Squaresoft answering my letter? And so I was like, screw this. I took disc 2 and sent it to them with another handwritten letter. Dear Squaresoft, you may have received my first letter. But if you remember, I'm, Matthew Zamora.
Listen, I play a lot of Final Fantasy games. Okay, you got a customer here.
I get to the point where Faye is whatever, and there's a huge lore dump, and please fix my disc, and sent it off, and then months later, we just get a full-on jewel case, 2 discs. New game, not
wow! I don't remember
this.
Nice
of them.
Not just disc 2. It was just just send this kid, grab one off the shelf and send it to him, and then put it in, and then it went through fine. And we had 2 jewel cases, but only 2 disc ones, and only 1 functional.
That's so
oh my
awesome.
God! I have. I don't know if I still have it. I may have gotten rid of it. I had for a long time a Xenogears case, and it only had disc 1 in it. And I was just like, oh, we lost this too, damn.
No, it's because I sent that one to Squaresoft.
That's a great
and then we made it through.
story.
And I remember doing that, playing it, and getting through this stupid little scene. And seconds later, I was just like, we should just rented it. Instead of going through all
this whole thing.
Oh man.
Yeah, I wonder if you'd rented it, gotten past that cutscene, and then I wonder if their original disc would have worked. If it was just that part. Oh my God, that's so good. I love stuff like that.
So cool.
That's so funny.
Imagine the disappointment when we get to the last disc.
yeah, it's just here's an 8-hour cutscene.
You should have sent that back and be like, "Where's the game?"
Yeah, where's the game? There seems to have been some kind of mistake. There's no more
it's
game
not working.
in this
It's
game.
only text. Where's the game?
That game was 2 discs, right?
Yeah. Sorry.
Sarah Knight, hello, Damiani and Isla. Hi, hope you're doing well. So, a couple months back, I decided to join the Webtoons Canvas Discord server. And every now and then, they do activities where artists can partake in and do a theme. Last month's theme was to make our original characters into Lego figures for National Lego Day. That's cool. I was like, that sounds like fun, so I did it and had a blast. And wouldn't you know it, my entry got selected and can now be seen on the Webtoons Canvas Twitter account. Very cool. The video is me making my main pro tag, Winda, from my webcomic Pantheras, into a Lego figure. Hope you enjoy watching as I did. Hope you enjoy it as much watching it as I did making it. Hope you guys continue to stay safe and awesome. Be awesome to everyone around you. Much love and respect, Sarah Knight. That's cool. Okay. I was just before we started, Sophia sent me the Rivendell Lego set that's $500, but it has like 12 incredible minifigs of the whole crew,
Yeah.
and I was like, damn, I kind of want it just for the minifigs.
I gotta sell the characters separately instead of.
Oh, I wonder.
That whole set.
Sophia and I still haven't finished our treehouse or the
yeah.
bonsai
So you
that
got
she
a
got
Lego
me for
backlog.
Christmas. So yeah, we got a Lego backlog.
Nice.
Yeah, Lego Rivendell. Look into it. It's crazy.
And here we go.
Ow. Not Riverdale, Rivendell. Yeah, at first I was like, drawing a minifig doesn't seem too hard, and now I'm just like, oh wait, this seems really hard. Haha! So fascinating to me, the different like steps of drawing. Like anytime I see a time lapse of an illustration like this, this drawing is just something I am not capable of doing. That's such a good pose. Whoa. That's great. March 2nd, dude. Nice. Our community is so creative. You're all amazing.
Very cool.
Yeah, that was very good.
Very cool. Next video submission is from Mo Grant. Comic book time. Hey, Damian and Isla. I'm back with another update as well as a trailer for our comic book Max Axel and the Wild Circuit. To catch Isla up to speed, this comic is a self-contained story about a fun, cartoony race filled with unpredictable, off-the-wall racers that takes inspiration from the video games, anime, and Saturday morning cartoons. Last time, I mentioned that we would be launching a Kickstarter campaign for the book this month.
Hell yeah.
I'm happy to announce that we launched last week, and the project has already been fully funded.
That's amazing.
Congrats.
Good job.
We were able to meet our funding goal in a single day,
Damn.
which is something we never saw coming, and we're all incredibly proud of how the campaign turned out. Now that the initial goal has been met, we've been racing past our stretch goals, but we still need some support to unlock everything. My submission for this month ties into the latest goal we just unlocked, which is a limited edition physical cassette tape for the Max Axel soundtrack. You can hear one of the tracks off the soundtrack in this awesome animation put together and scored by our amazing artist, J.R. Harris. Please enjoy the trailer for Max Axel and the Wild Circuit.
That's so cool. Alright. Dude. Awesome.
Billy, there they are.
That's so good.
That was so
That
cool.
was great. Redline definitely an inspiration. Yeah, immediately I was like, Redline.
Oh, wow.
Redline is so good.
As always, thanks for everything, allies. Once again, the campaign is still live on Kickstarter, and you can do it, and you can find it by searching for Max Axel. For more comic posts and updates, you can follow us on Instagram at Lucky33Comics, and you can find more amazing art over at our artist website, jrcomicart.com.
That was very cool.
Yeah. And our last submission is from Nick Gothic. Yeah, I'm supposed to just scroll down to this. Okay, I have to read this. All right, ready,
Okay.
Isla?
Okay.
The devil is in the details. An eagle in your mind. A is to B, as B is to C. You are the friendly stranger, the smallest weird number, one very important thought. From one source, all things depend.
Hello, Damiani. Hello, Isla. We need to discuss the controversial subject of religion. So many of them around the world. Which one is the true religion? I am enlightened because there are two gods I worship. Music has the right to children and Geogadi. But look, you're not joking. This video is about Boards of Canada. I like synths and shit, so I just assume she's familiar with Boards of Canada.
Yes,
the reason I
I'm very
mention them is because I've been wandering a lot this year by trains, and last July there was this particular train ride to Poland where I let Boards of Canada completely absorb me and feature as my companion. That's why I realised they were more special to me than I thought. Music Has the Right has so many famous classics. Turquoise Hexagon Sun, or the much more fun Roig Biv. I love that Korg and the sample children sounds going lake. But my favourite song off there has to be Aquarius. It's such a spectacle of colours and sounds that just dance within my headspace. I remember a description from Discord that I wrote that goes, I dozed off in the bus to Aquarius and had something I could describe like a daydream in HD, an opera of sensuality and clarity, and decided this was going to be one of my 10 out of 10 tracks, and wondered why movies or TV shows never have sound mixing this beautiful. I love Bach. Now, music is great, but Geogadi, shit.
Yeah.
At this point, I don't really think I have to call it maybe the biggest musical achievement of the past 50 years. It's too sensuous for words. It's intensely psychedelic, like the meandering, miasmic woodwinds in Julian Candy that envelop you and strangle so much, it suffocates me. I don't think I could breathe.
This video is great.
But you have to be carried away by the sounds anyway, because they whisk you to such residual but delicate part of human consciousness you can't visit often a lot. You often hear the stories about how Geogadi is creepy or satanic, but I've honestly never really felt that. It may deal with dark subject matter, but it is never malicious. To me, it is a loving album in tune with nature, especially its wilderness and vivacity with what it entails. However, Dawn Chorus, the intro synth line sounds so alluring with its candy-like arpeggios, like it invites me to get lost in a forest, completely blasted on LSD and ecstasy, and feel the warmth of love and life just completely swallow me from within. And then there come the orgasmic wailing sounds, and the vertiginous currents of backwards melodies that deluge you, and I lose myself. Boards of Canada are too beautiful, and the more I listen to them, the more they overwhelm me. They're musicians beyond musicians, artists beyond artists. If you haven't listened to them, you just don't know. More than any musical artist I know of, Boards of Canada managed to bring into sound the very specialness of life and our unending awe of it, with these sounds that call into memory the big picture, with crucially your own deeply important and tender place in it. They give me a lot of much needed courage. Anyway, thanks for watching me moan about a Scottish electronic group. In my defense, got me different in that. I hope Paula appreciates it and that she knows about Boards of Canada, unless she doesn't, in which case I just sort of wasted everyone's time. Love and respect.
That was wonderful. No, yeah, my friend Evan, who is a musician in his own right that you would love if you like Boards of Canada, he was hugely inspired by Boards of Canada growing up, so we would listen to them all the time. He makes music under the name Skytree. But yeah, he's like a childhood friend of mine, and yeah, he introduced me to Boards of Canada when I was like 10 or whatever.
Dang.
So we've been listening to Boards of Canada forever. Love Boards of Canada. I gotta re-listen to those. It's been a minute.
That's pretty cool. Well, that is it for this community showcase.
Yeah.
Sorry if I'm rushing things along here.
I
have something I have to be ready to get on by 3 o'clock, so unfortunately I did have a cutoff today. But yeah, thank you for everyone who your wonderful submissions. Remember, $10 and up is the community showcase tier. If you want to get on the action next month, and next month will be, I believe it's me.
You and Gabby.
With Gabby showing up. So the submissions are for me. Yeah. For me. But I'll have Gabby
running the show.
Joining. Yeah. So the cycle is complete. We are resetting.
The cycle is complete.
We're resetting it.
Like every Planeswalker, it has been completed.
Yeah. And the original post for the showcase will be going live on Patreon. It's tagged. So you tag Community Showcase, I think 3 p.m. So 22 minutes. About 20 minutes from now it should be live. If not, check back like an hour later. It's one of those 2 times I said it for. I always forget. But yes.
Tomorrow we're reacting to the Nintendo.
Yeah, we are reacting to Nintendo stuff tomorrow. 100% are.
They just dropped that on us, but we're
doing it. 40 minutes,
yeah,
baby.
We're gonna be here. It's gonna be sick.
Let's go.
Then it's Dodgy Wave Race tomorrow. Season finale of Sunk. I just watched it. It's amazing. It's so good. Tomorrow's gonna be a great day. Hopefully. Yes.
Yeah, we got
Mysterious Monsters on the 13th.
We got a bunch of other stuff coming up. We have some previews cooking that are coming out very soon, so look for those as well.
Yes, we got a lot of really cool stuff. Irons in the Fire.
Yeah, and I'm finishing up Fire Emblem. I'm on chapter 22. It's 26 chapters.
Shit! All right, well, spoilers. I'm on chapter 12, I think.
Oh, okay. Yeah, almost done.
Loving it so far. I just started a different game last night that I'm really liking.
Combat has remember in the real quick. I have time to say this. Frame trap video. In the frame trap video, it was only a few hours in the game. I only did like the first, it was 1 chapter behind Isla.
Yeah, he's behind me.
And I was lamenting that it wasn't really meeting the traps and all the like hazard stuff. There are no height things so far, but everything else pretty much has come back.
Yeah.
Well, I'm very happy. There are lots of like cannons and trebuchets.
Yeah.
There's water hazards. There's sand hazards. Miasma hazards. There's a bunch of it comes close. It's not quite the level of the GameCube Wii era, but it's like the closest it's ever approached to that. So I'm very.
All I care about is the waifus.
The story got a little bit better, and some of the characters got a little bit better. But it's still like I still don't feel the connection to characters. Like I wasn't.
You're killing me, Damiani.
Invested as those 3 houses. I just liked.
I love
how much time I spent with them. But
I'm liking the characters so far.
But there's some more. It is gotten is improved.
So far, I'm like.
It's a waifu
Is
game.
Jade my waifu?
I got her. I got her swimming in the pool one time.
I've seen her swimming in the pool too.
Yeah.
It was a very special moment. I like citrine, whatever.
All right.
Anyway. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
See you tomorrow. Or see you tonight. Group stream
tonight.
GoldenEye.
More GoldenEye. All right.
And whatever. Okay, bye.